Females of Reddit, what's the most common hint you'll give when you're crushing but too scared to tell them? Laugh at every joke they make, even if it's not that good. When I like someone, I usually insult them a lot. Added bonus, I'm rude. Mostly cause I can't face my feelings. Edit. Not recommended. 0/10. Do not do this. Yo, I've decided it's best now just to tell guys you like them. Hints don't really work, especially nowadays where we are, rightfully, more respectful of boundaries. My now boyfriend. When I met him and we were sat talking, I just sort of told him that I really liked him as more than a friend, and he just looked so relieved. But on the other side, if they don't like you back, that's fine too, so you can move on. Or alternatively, sometimes the guy never even thought about it in that way, and then once you let them, they see you differently and all of a sudden really start to like you. IA. Compared my hand with them. I'm too shy to approach my crushes. I just steal looks out of the corner of my eye and try to go to events they attend. Slightly different situation, but I was a junior last year in high school, senior now, and had a little bit of a crush on my guy friend. We have a senior prom in grade 12, and when it came up in the conversation, I said, I'll go to senior prom if someone asks me, and looked directly at him when we both admitted we didn't know who to ask. He didn't get it, so I still have no date to senior prom yet this year. Sweet guy though. Playing fixing my hair when I'll laugh and smile. I am 33 and I can tell you for sure that both men and boys have literally no idea what they are doing regardless of their age. Some of them learn to nail it better during time. Others fail completely. Either way, it is cute to see them trying to figure it out. I think you should be looking at their smile and eyes and trust your instincts. I'm an introvert. Also, I'm pretty awkward. And still pretty afraid to make the first move. When it comes to anything, I am slowly trying to get better for my boyfriend's sake, step by step. But I'm generally anxious and afraid that I might make them upset, even if I have no reason to. So in my case, it's more about not trying to get away. I won't go away as soon as I can, but stay to talk even if I have no reason to. I don't give you excuses not to stay in contact. Egg. Sorry. I don't really use social media, so I might not see your friend request text you back. I text back as soon as I can. Okay. Maybe I do wait a little. And don't open it until I'm sure what to write back. But I don't text back days later with some lame excuse. Or start replying later and later until I slowly fade away. I even text you first, even might try to find an excuse for that. I will meet up with you not only if I have to. If you ask me to meet up, I won't try to find some lame excuses. And if I really can't go, I will tell you when I'll be free. I might even ask to meet up. I won't back away if you get closer. I won't mind you standing close to me. Or even sitting down as close that we touch. I do nothing and pray for them to notice me. Which is really stupid, but I'm shy, so yay. This video helped me understand this issue a lot better. Hope it helps. The main thing I do is wrap my arms around the guy's arm and lay my head down on the side of his shoulder. It's worked before for me. And it's actually very comforting as well. If you refer to women as females, I promise she doesn't have a crush on you, dude. Make excuses to be with them, near them as much as possible. That might involve offering them help. Asking for their help. Going places I wouldn't usually go to in the hope of seeing them there. That sort of thing. I tend to compliment them more than other guys. It gives me a good chance of them liking me back. This post has made me realize I might be giving unintentional hints to my guy friends. I laugh at everything everyone says. Hug a lot. Mess with my hair all the time. Sit close to people and bump knees. And give out a lot of compliments. I was just trying to be nice and fun to be around. But instead I am apparently the world's greatest seductress. I will totally avoid the hell out of you. Bad eye contact. Rarely to be seen. Might sound like an idiot or an asshole if you speak to me. And if you ask me who I like, I'll refuse to tell and most likely also turn completely red like a lobster. If I say or talk to you often and am not avoiding you, then I will be flustered almost every time we speak. Bad eye contact and might do something out really of line. I smacked one poor guy I really liked with a soft cover book. I also kissed his forehead like 5 months later as a joke. We're still friends somehow, but I am no longer interested in him, so now I can act normally. He still has no clue that I ever crushed on him and I will never tell him. I used to just ask the guys I liked out, but after being nearly shot down one time and then being told off by my mom for how unladylike it is, I will not confess to a guy to save my life. I really do not recommend doing what I do. I'm not good at flirting and really have no idea what flirting really is, so I just avoid or act like an idiot only to later on regret my actions and wonder WTF me. Tell them I don't expect a lot from a guy. All I want is a list of all of their qualities, sir. Women is the preferred nomenclature. Everything everyone else is saying is stuff I do. Regardless. My thing was always to break eye contact so it would look like I'd been staring at them secretly. I read it in like 17 magazine or something. Sounds weird, but it worked every time. Femaless. I have to make sure that they've eaten. Sending song titles just because. If I like them, then I pay attention to what they are saying, and if I really like them, I ignore them. Don't ask why. I'm weird. Close bracket. As a guy, this might be quite interesting to read. I was very shy. But if she is suddenly where you are all the time. Example. My crush worked in the same store as me. He worked in electronics. Suddenly I found any reason to take merchandise over there. I worked in clothing. Also took my break about the same time. Also, she strikes up conversation with you more than you do with her. You could always be approaching her and she's just being polite. See if she strikes up a chat on her own a few times. If she goes above and beyond hey or how are you, then it's good. Don't wait too long or you'll get friend zoned. If she turns you down, be respectful and say something short and sweet like can't blame me for asking. You're a cool person, and then end it quick by saying something like hey, I'll see ya around. Double quote. She'll be flattered and you'll have your dignity. She may remember that when she's single again. She'll also be telling her friends this story. So keeping it light keeps the door open for other girls that may come your way. Could be one of her friends. I met a cute girl in my classroom and she always clings to me whenever I am in the classroom, then holds my hand whenever she has a question. Suddenly she knew my house and telephone number. She even visited my home and contacted me when she gets the chance. I'm so dumb I didn't realize that it was a hint. Now I'm still finding a way to get her. Currently, she's on another school far from mine, but we still get the chance to talk again. In summation. Women start acting like goofy schoolgirls. Here's a list. Always bringing up inside jokes. Getting to know their interests. Talking about what interests them. Suggesting seeing a movie. Example. Oh. I never watched that movie. Maybe I should do that. Sending memes. Especially if they are connected to a topic that you talked about. It means that you thought of them. This is more subconscious. Trying to be physically closer to them. Standing beside them in a group. My hands are so cold proceeds to take hand, yours are so warm. Double quote. Texting them first. Even though you don't have a specific reason. When someone says something funny and you look if they laugh to laugh with them. Laughing at all of their jokes. The more things someone does from this list, the higher the chance they're into you. I see quite a few women here saying that they would ignore the crap out of the guy. But why though? There was this girl that I met in college and I liked her a lot and I even threw some hints. But from the way she acted, she didn't seem interested at all. Not one bit. That lasted for almost a year. Then she changed university, and more than a year after that one of her friends told me that she had the biggest crush on me and would talk to her friends about me a lot. That's really a shame. Now I'd rather her wanting to not have any interest in me after finding this out. Because I really f-king liked her and apparently she felt the same. But chose to Ignore me? Damn. Probably give small presents or provide things he might need, and always saying that you accidentally had it in your bag all along. For example, my crush handles a lot of paperwork that needed to be signed by a superior. But he does not put any sort of mark or sticker to see which lines are supposed to be signed. So sometimes he misses a line or two. So I bought and gave him those little tapes that had the sign here design on them and said I had them in my bag all along. Also, I once say how his wallet was really worn down. So for his birthday, I gave him a new one and said that I guessed that he would want one. Strangely enough, avoiding eye contact a little. Only if they're kinda new people to you. You're just too embarrassed. Give them the I wanna FCK you stare and suggest spending time in the near future together. I'm aggressive. But if the attraction isn't reciprocated, I respect it and back off. Smile more. I get bubbly and giggly and just sort of light up. This doesn't occur often. Well, in my case, my boyfriend and I used to work at the same place. I guess the turning point was that one time when I asked him where the best lunch place around the neighborhood is since he worked there longer than me. I truly wanted to know. Not subtly nudging him to ask me out for lunch or anything. And from then on sometimes I'd ask him, and only him, for recommendations, movies, music, restaurants, etc. In addition to get noticed. I guess it can make men feel more appreciated and boost their confidence. So you might wanna try this out. Other hints. I'd make more eye contact than usual and try to look fully invested whenever he speaks. Lingers frequently in a place where he'd see or usually pass by. Or if we're close enough, I'd lightly tap his shoulder or arm while laughing whenever he tells a joke. Not exactly an intentional hint. But a friend saw me talking to a guy once and told me it was clear I liked him because of the way I leaned forward and tilted my head a lot while gaping. Raising my eyebrows. Nodding constantly and basically smiling like an idiot. Imagine what an alien would look like if it saw a human for the very first time. That's me when I'm crushing. The guy was just talking about how he liked to play the piano. And he was so passionate about it that I fell for him right then and there. While looking like a total weirdo alien. Everything he said about any topic was just super fascinating and he was such an interesting person to talk to. I never told him and I haven't seen him in ages. I've just tried to get over it because I have no time for crushes lol and he's way out of my league. When I met my boyfriend we were in chemistry class together. We sat next to each other thanks to the teacher already organizing a seating plan for us all. After chatting in class I started to like him and because of that I would draw him little things and teach him how to draw in class after we were done with the work. I was honestly too scared to say anything though about how I felt so I just kept giving him drawing with little notes attached to them in class. And seeing as he was my first crush, I guess that's the thing I do most when I like a guy. I draw ire. Laugh at their jokes no matter how rubbish they are. Also find subtle ways of making body contact. Females? Come on. Dude. Eye contact and look at him like a 5-year-old on Christmas morning. It's in the body language and the way they look at you. Fluster and mumble. I like to hang out with them a lot and get close physically as much as possible without making things weird. Like going to the park and walking next to him and sitting close right beside him as he shows me the progress of his story. He's very good at it too. Also take an interest in things he likes. It'll make him happy knowing he can express it and you'll listen and reciprocate the interest. I look at them and stare more than usual whenever I get a chance. Creepy staring generally. Laughs in asexual. Ever feel you're always really unattractive and no one likes you? Then read all these and realize that a friend you have that you really like, does most of the things here? Yo IDK that hasn't really happened to me and I'm not regretting that we no longer really talk at all. Damn. Would be a shame if that happened. A woman could take out a titty and slap me in the face with it and I still wouldn't quite get what she was saying. This is as dumb as it sounds but steal a phone or a wallet. Very obviously. While we're sitting on the couch, obviously this is only for friends. Do not rob pretty strangers, just because it then means they have to reach over and grab it from you and get all close to you and stuff. In like the week leading up to getting together with my boyfriend, I would do this and also insist I was untickleable when I am very obviously not, so that he would tickle me. Yes, it's very cringy. Yes, it is ridiculous. Yes, it worked. Talk to them a lot. Show genuine interest. Pay attention to what they like and dislike. Try to make them like me back, because the chances I ask someone out are extremely low.